up? It's cinemashogun here, and in my last video I talked about how today is a slow news day and how everyone should really appreciate the next couple of slow news days leading up to Christmas, because the New Year's is coming in with a bang. And I mean with a bang. I also talked about earlier how the Epstein list is about to be released. So what I want to do in this video is I want to tie these two things in together. And I feel like it's important to make a video warning people about what's most likely going to happen in the very near future. Now, like I was saying, we have a couple of days here of slow news, and I'm enjoying it. I'm trying to sit back and relax as much as possible for like the next week. Because going into the week after that, going into the new year, things are really going to be ramping up. We are in a very, very crazy place right now. We are in the middle of an interesting time in history. And I'm telling you right now, words can't describe how much madness I anticipate unfolding in 2024. I mean, just the other day, they removed Donald Trump from the ballot in Colorado. Now, I know that news made some of you happy. Also, that news pissed some of you off. But regardless if you like Trump or you hate Trump, you got to know that moves like that are going to cause a lot of chaos. Now, also, like I was mentioning, this Epstein list is about to be released. If we are to believe what is being reported, the Epstein list is about to be released to the public. When this happens, I imagine that we're going to be in the middle of one of the most hectic news weeks of all time. We talk about distractions a lot, right? Matter of fact, half of the news stories I cover, I always get the comments, oh, this is a distraction from this. This news story is a distraction from this. Oh, that's not real. That's a distraction. This didn't even happen. It's one big distraction. You constantly hear, oh, this is a distraction. That's a distraction. Let me tell you right now, a lot of the stuff that people have been labeling as distractions, I don't think are distractions, because there hasn't been too much to distract people from. But when this list drops, you better believe it. There is going to be so much going on. There's going to be so much news floating around to distract people from the names that are on this list. They are going to do whatever they can to kill this news story. I guarantee you, we're going to see a couple of powerful celebrities accused of some random nonsense. You know that's got to happen. What scares me is this. We know this list is about to be released. In my opinion, they're not going to allow the release of this list to dominate the headlines. I feel like they're going to pull whatever they can out of their sleeve to create a bigger news story. And when I look at where we're at in the world, we have this mystery virus from China that was hyped up for like 2 weeks straight, and then it just disappeared. It's almost as if news outlets are no longer able to talk about it, and all of the reports that were coming out of China, they suddenly stopped with the snap of a finger. This whole news story about this mystery virus disappeared from the face of the earth. Do you think that maybe the news story about this mystery virus will suddenly come back as soon as this list is released? I think that's a possibility. But you want to know what else I think is possible? What I'm really worried about the most? We've also talked about all of these warnings. The FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, they've been putting out warnings left and right almost every day. Oh, a potential attack in New York City, potential attack in Atlanta. Everyone watch out in California. They're putting these warnings out every day, and so far, nothing's really happened. But I can tell you right now, there are credible threats out there. So wouldn't it be convenient if all of these warnings that we've been getting, wouldn't it be convenient if something does happen right alongside the release of this list? Now, I want to be clear here. I'm not telling you there's going to be an attack. I'm not telling you there's going to be a new illness that breaks out the same day the list releases. But I fully expect there to be several distraction stories out there. And what better way to distract us than to have something happen on American soil? I think everyone needs to be aware of how turbulent, just how crazy the times are going to be moving forward. You can't move into 2024. Listen, people, you cannot walk into 2024 operating the same way you did in 2023. This is not about New Year's resolutions. This is about survival. Okay? You cannot operate, you cannot move into 2024 the same way you did in 2023. I think everyone's going to have to tighten up a bit. Everyone's head needs to be on a swivel. Everyone needs to be prepared for some of the most trying times in our lifetime. And I'm not even saying that 2024 is going to be the worst. Maybe 2025, 2026 will be even worse. I don't know. But to think about how this year is going to be kicked off, we're kicking the new year off with removing a presidential candidate from the ballots. That's going to cause us to come. It's going to divide our country further than it's ever been divided before. We're kicking off the new year with releasing a list that's supposed to be filled with powerful people who run our states, run our cities, run our country, powerful people who run the music industry, the entertainment industry, the actors, the singers that we've looked up to for decades. I fully expect that the people on this list aren't going to go out quietly. They're not going to go out without a bang. And what's going to be the response when this list releases and you see, oh, hey, this actor is on the list and he's set to film 4 more movies this year. Is he going to lose his job? When this list is released and you see the president of this company or that company on the list, are people going to be rioting outside of the headquarters of said businesses? Are we going to start seeing some dominoes fall? Is this list even the real list? Will this list be used to blackmail people? We don't know. But I can tell you right now, I don't think this is something that's just going to... This is something so big that either they're going to have to do whatever they can to distract us, or we're just going to start seeing the dominoes fall once this list gets released. And if that happens, what happens next? The people replacing some of these people who will be knocked off or that will have to step down, they may be even worse than the people who were there in the first place. I'm just saying that we are headed towards some very confusing, interesting times. And we as regular, everyday Americans and just citizens of Earth in general, no matter where you're at, you have to understand that this next phase of our life may be much different than the phase of our life that we had before. Life may be a lot different for us moving forward. And I do believe that the things that happen, the things that are going to happen in 2024, it's going to affect the next few decades. So it's going to be confusing. And as of right now, it's up in the air. No one knows what's going to happen. We just all know that it's going to be wild. And to think that this is how we're kicking it off, we're going to bring in the new year with releasing this list. It's like, oh my God, yeah, the best Christmas present ever. But at the same time, it scares me. What scares me is what these people will do. What lengths will these people go? What length will these people go to make this news story go away? And once your name is out there, your name is out there. What happens then? Thinking about it, it gives me anxiety. I mean, it's not like, oh my God, but like, it's just like, oh man, I'm anticipating some crazy times. Let's just put it like that. Let me know your thoughts, though, down in the comments below. While you're down there, if you're feeling generous and you want to send me a Christmas gift, you can do so via CashApp. I'll have my CashApp in the pinned comment of this video. Or you can send a donation via Super Thanks, or for free. You can help the channel by simply sharing, liking, subscribing, ringing the notification bell. But with that being said, I'll talk to you all soon in the next video.